Are we ready?
Yes,
I'll call this meeting to order at 5:10.
okay.
And the roll call, I have Doug,
Yes.
Shauna, Laura,
Here.
Dee, and Karen here. Does anyone have the minutes of the last meeting? I was in North Dakota, so.
Do not, but I can sure type those up.
I asked you to kind of,
And we were gonna do it together, you said, so if I can get yours, I'll put mine together, I'll type.
I don't have much to do, I was standing up talking, and so I didn't keep anything, so what
Okay,
you
then what
have.
I have, yeah, all right.
Okay,
Okay,
that
so just-
work.
We'll just-
Is anyone gonna take minutes today?
I will take today,
Okay.
I'll take today, because like I said
Jean, you
last time I
can take
was.
some minutes and.
Yeah.
Okay, so approved and signed the minutes of the last
Yeah,
meeting.
we'll just, that's
Table
what
that, table that.
she'll bring us.
Okay, Dee, you wanna do a financial report for us?
I
And go through
will.
all that, please, ma'am?
Sorry, yes, ma'am. What I have here, since we're kicking off a new fiscal year, so I don't know if everybody's familiar with these appropriation ledgers. This is what I have right now, and I do wanna say I've attached, not attached. Did I give everyone the copy of the Semino, kind of an encumbrance? I didn't do that part, okay. I'll do that as well. So we have, kind of encumbrances that will automatically, you know. Okay. Have everybody? Okay. So in our maintenance and operations, for example, this first one, Kelpro. This is computer maintenance on our two little laptops. That we will pay, that's an automatic, that comes due. The county clerk's office pays for the hardware, or the software, I guess you would call it really software, for, managing, like when Charlie or the commissioners sign our purchase orders on their phones and all that, so that they pay that portion of it, but this is for, maintenance and so on for our little laptops, debugging them or whatever we have an issue with them. Gladstone, we do not actually purchase the program, but we purchase, here again, it's the hardware or the software, excuse me, to run that program. And that is what we use to write all of our checks and do our program. And it's for $50 a year, and it's 2 licenses. The tents, this year we're gonna look at a different company than the one we've been using. But they'll be, what we paid in the past is just a tad under $5,000. One of those tents is our livestock tent, the livestock show that we have right out here by this barn. We usually try to get a pretty nice little tent for out here. And then we have either 2 or 1 big long one that goes over,
On the side, the midway.
by the ag building, on the west side of the ag building, that we have out there for people to get under,
For shade.
for shade, and we have some tables.
Excuse me, ladies, I'm wearing these, I just had cataract surgery.
That's
and
fine.
The bright light makes this eye
Sure,
sharp,
that's,
so
you,
I'm not being rude, but if I don't put this on, I can't see.
you're fine.
You're fine.
So just too cool.
Just wanted to tell you, I'm trying to be cool to you.
So that's what that is, and then Holden Septic Service, of course, is our porta pots, we're gonna have those. We have one down here, by the livestock show, and then we have up there on the, chain link fence between,
I think last year he put them
did he put
down.
them down here?
Yeah, he put them down here.
Okay, but he brings them, and we have them up there on the,
Yeah.
what I call the midway, we have to have those out there. And, so that's something we have to have. And then, of course, our Emerald Amusements is our carnival, that's 36,000 this year. Postmaster is our, rent for our little post office box down there, and then postage to mail out our checks, forms, anything that we need to mail out. And, then our, premiums and awards account, the SBA, that'll be money that will transfer over into a checking account to pay our premiums for like our still exhibits and that type of thing. And then, it'll, 65 will be probably the least, and I have no way of knowing. That is a hard thing to figure, based on, you don't know how many entries you're gonna have, you don't know how many are gonna be first place, it's a crapshoot. Okay, so, and then with Oriole Trading, every year we order the candy, it's for the kids, and every year it goes up and it's crazy high.
Is that the stuff that we're putting in the bag right now?
Yes.
And we're doing approximately 500 bags,
Approximately.
and we're gonna have a whole lot of candy left over.
What is that,
We're gonna have a whole lot of candy left over.
left over?
Yeah. Oh, there's more bags, okay, because I said the bags I've got, we're gonna have one whole box of candy left unless we start getting more than 10 pieces. So I told them 10 pieces of candy and one pencil and we've got the stickers on and all of that, but. Okay,
That's
I'm
like, that's time consuming.
okay.
Sitting in his chair.
No, I can't reach it from my easy chair, I have to get out and actually work.
I sit right here at these tables.
I think Karen's gonna lie on where our extra bags are,
Yes,
so.
I've got them located today in our shirts and the fans.
So those are just kinda, every year we, that's kinda what we spend for sure. In addition to whatever else may come in, so I just wanted to mention that. So then, let's look at these appropriation ledgers. So, I'm not picking up here on the very, very top. If we look at,
Let's go to the adjusted amount, because all of those four are different, so then we'll know which one you're looking at.
so, let's look at, if I give you the account number.
Or just the adjusted dollar amount, 15,000, 11, 31, or 9, which one are we looking at first?
Okay, let's look at 11,000.
Okay, 11,000.
Got to find it?
Yep.
Okay, so this account, even though it's marked maintenance and operations, this is our little cash account. This little account is what we put, when Karen collects for the vendors, $30 of whack. That money goes in here. This account was started, I think Janine Stewart started this back however long years ago.
Oh, wait, a while back.
Well, that was the first time I was on, so that's been a
And
while.
so it's supposed to be started when this was established, it was supposed to, have a certain purpose or whatever. And I talked to Janine about this, and it was supposed to be something that would, benefit the whole fair. So she said, like, we talked about a sign or something, and so I think this year, I talked to Mary Beth Moore with Osage Tourism, and she has a lot of contacts, I think Mary Beth's gonna help come up with that, but that's what this account is. We have never spent money out of this account.
Just a little thing,
We
in
just
case
keep-
there's an emergency or something else.
Yeah, we just keep, because we can't spend it for just anything. So that's our little cash account, they do not take it back at the end of the year. It's the only account that they don't put back in the general fund. They can't take it away from us. We fight for it and we like it. Okay, so then if we look at account 15,000, okay. This is capital outlay. This is a new account that was established last year. We've never had this account before. It was established to remodel the west end of the, shop, to move us over there. And, when I worked on the budget, for this year, I talked to Christina about it. I didn't know if we were gonna ask for this again because it was kind of a specific item for last year. And she went ahead and gave us this account again this year, which is great. Talked to her today, because I guess we're gonna be able to maybe use it for, we have to replace a bunch of ribbons, the stuff that got wet and ruined, and type in entry cards and stuff, so that would be great, if that's what this kind is. Now, we have 50% appropriations in there now, which means when they release the other 50%, we should get 15,000 more in there. I was on the agenda today to ask for them to go ahead and release our money, so we get all of our money, or at least more of our money into our account, because, and I'll explain to you in a minute why, but if and when they do the other 50%, then that one should double that. Yeah, so that's what that one is. Okay, then if we look at the 9,000, that of course is our premiums and awards, what are you doing? Here again, that's exactly what it is, it's for our ribbons and so forth. Because we are gonna have to buy so many new ribbons this year, and we are completely out of first place. I mean,
Yeah,
last year I was
yeah.
scrambling, trying to find first place last year. When we get our other 50%, that should be 18,000 for that account. Maintenance and operations at 31,000, and like I explained to Christina today, if I do a purchase order for the carnival, because we have a contract in place, I don't have the money to do a purchase order for contract right now. So, and in good conscience, I can't do a purchase order for anything else with it, serving a thousand, because I know it's encumbered. We've got a contract, Anthony's going to go to prison, not me. He's on the contract, but, I mean, I just know that, so it really puts us in the bind when they, when we do that. Are you recording me?
I told you this morning, yes, I'll wait for you.
You are recording me?
Yeah.
Okay, I need to do a copy of that. Okay, so, anyway, that's what that is, Anthony, I'm just teasing, but anyway, so we don't, get copies of the machine.
Yeah, you don't wanna do it incorrect.
Can't do it. Okay, so that's what that is. Okay, you have any questions about any of this?
Not yet.
So as soon as, I'm gonna meet,
Is Mary coming tonight?
pardon?
So is Teresa coming tonight, Mary?
I'm sorry?
Is Mary Ann coming tonight?
No,
Okay.
no,
So
but I'm gonna, see where we are on our ribbons and see, what we're gonna have to have. We are so close on awards, I don't know what we can get as far as anything in, engraved or anything, I just don't know.
I don't think we can this
We're
way.
really,
I
really
don't
tight.
Okay. Any new business? We wanted to discuss the Peachy Farm.
I was gonna say, it's really, really new business, but,
But that needs to be discussed. She went up to, what, $2,000 more? She was
not more, but I mean, she went up to 2,000.
Yeah, she was 18,000 last year,
1,800.
or 1,800, excuse me. And she went up to 2,000 this year, which she comes from way up around Wichita, Kansas. She's our petting zoo. She does a wonderful job. It's nice, it's clean, and
How many animals?
Yeah,
20.
20,
Mhm.
she, yes.
Anything exotic, like, is she the one that one year brought the kangaroo?
No, that was a different lady.
No, she'll have a few smaller animals, but
She has, like, say, the pigs and goats and the Shetlands and then you
she's got a llama.
Dee and I had to wrangle them last year.
Yeah,
It was
she
quite
was
fun.
But she has quite a few, they're pretty gentle, they're pretty gentle.
Should be a pity.
Except for that baby that kept whipping around us, but they're pretty gentle. The kids, can kind of, maul over them.
She's a non-profit. What she does with most of these animals, she takes them to nursing homes and places like that, or sets up, for birthday parties and everything, so.
I mean, y'all have seen her, y'all
We
already
had her
know
last
about her,
year.
I don't think there's a problem.
We had her
She's
last
$100
year,
a year,
you know.
she's,
We had her
there's a
last
lot of
year.
increases in everything.
She did. The kids enjoyed it.
The the animals are in good shape.
Yes,
they're
they
not-
look nice.
They're
Not
not,
distressing,
Pitiful
simply
little,
looking,
you know.
Now, she'll have some shade for them and, it's nice. It was real nice little
better
thing.
than the Tulsa Zoo.
so, I make a motion that we have Peachy Keen or Peachy Farm, Peachy Farm.
Peachy Farms.
Peachy Farms return this year
Yeah.
$2,000. And she has her insurance, so anything like that's required to have $1 million insurance record.
And she does have it, she has that, so she's real good about, showing everything that she has, so. Let's see, budget,
Wait a second, we're gonna bring up.
oh, that's,
I'm
sorry,
with you, you're right.
with the time. Do I, vote on it?
Make a motion.
Yeah, make a motion to vote on it, and everybody that
I give
approves.
you
Okay. Everybody approve?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Aye,
Right.
if she needs.
Okay. Peachy Farms is here again. Now your budget, Dee.
Gonna say, Jerry was gonna look in to see if because he knows a lot of people have hogs, and he said we couldn't get everybody told him it was too hot, so he said he didn't want to let you know, we did call around, and we just didn't have any luck, because it's too hot. He tried.
That's right, the hog show, that you just don't get them in the summertime, it's too hot.
And the answer to the question you asked me to check with the Scottish FFA, they can't come here because they already are obligated with Tulsa and they're only allowed to go to one. And I found out why they can't go here is because the school district office is in Tulsa County, even though the schools are in Osage County. But because the district office is in Tulsa County, all the appropriations, everything says Tulsa County, Tulsa County, Tulsa County. So those FFA kids are bound by that regulation, they have to go to Tulsa.
Yeah.
So we asked, but they said, sorry, but we can't,
Yeah.
we can't get there, so.
That's,
Because they're only allowed to go to one county, and they're supposed to go to their own county. And I said, but you're in Osage County. Well, no, because that little,
that's funny, like over there,
I never
Fairfax,
said
where Fairfax is Osage County, Ralston is Pawnee County, but we're a consolidated school. So the kids can make a choice to either go to Pawnee County or go to Osage County.
which makes sense.
Yeah.
To give them an option.
Yeah, it gives them an option.
Do it odd and even or something, something like that.
So. Okay, budget.
Well, I just think I kinda answered that.
Yeah.
Like, Coach, I don't have, until I get the rest of the money as far as, because when I turn in our estimate of needs, which is / budget, it's not really budgeted out like we're gonna spend this much money here, this much money here. Is that what you're wanting?
No, I mean, I've seen the actual, I know how they come across, and that's what I was.
Because I don't have, on ours, it's not a breakdown. It's pretty much like what I just gave. I mean, It's not a breakdown, we're gonna spend this.
I seen last year's, I mean, so I was on a copy of this year's, and so I can look at this, okay?
Okay. And I can make a copy of that, of the Esmond and Me's sheet, if that's what you're wanting.
That's what I was
I'm
wanting,
trying to- Okay, I can make a copy of that. I think I have it in there, I don't think I have it in my tote that I roll around with me in between here and home. I can look, when we get through here, we might want to look and see if I've got it in there. But like I said, I thought if you were wanting
I don't
like a breakdown of here's what we're gonna spend, here's what we're, you know, I don't have that. But I have the estimate of needs that I turn in.
that's
Okay. I can do that.
Volunteer schedules.
Yeah, I have a list going, I have a couple people that want to kind of participate and help,
Okay.
my grandparents, and a couple of friends, so.
Okay.
I would like to know how you guys first did it last year, so I will know how to break down tasks. Or is it just come visit 4 hours, or is it be here as long as you want? Or
We-
how did you have your schedule?
We made a little schedule a while
So
ago,
I'm
so.
gonna give you kind of an idea of kind of what we did last year. And then we'll go from there, real quick. So, on Tuesday, we start taking still exhibits. If she's, okay. So on Tuesday, from 12 to 6, we take the still exhibits in. People drop them off, fill out their little cards. And it would really be great to have someone there to go ahead and write them in the books. Because that's something that we get really behind on. Then Wednesday morning, we start at 8 o'clock, and we go from 8 to 12. And it's the same thing, people are dropping their things off on their way to work, or not, I mean, you know, whatever. Then we lock the door at 12 o'clock, and then from 12 until 5, we don't have any judges that come in before 5, because most of them work, most of them are from, you know, the Stillwater type people, or OSU people. They may not live in Stillwater, but they're OSU people. Not all of them, but a few of them. But, so, from 8 to 12, then, we have, same thing, you're dropping off. So it would be great to have someone here, again, getting them written in the books, and getting them on the shelves where they go, in the different departments, different areas.
Like the final display, or just get them in the general area?
Just get them in the area of it.
Well, it really helps if all the tomatoes are together, and and if they're, the jellies, and if all the grape jellies together, if all the strawberry jelly, because when that judge goes around, they need to all be together.
Right.
She didn't have
And then time to sort them out, right?
No,
Right, because it's a nightmare, and I've been
So
there.
you need more than one person, because one person signing them in, and needs one or two people's.
Yeah, because what I think is we have a sign-in area, and we've got, I ordered a couple of like little carts on wheels, you know. And so once they get in the books, they go on those little carts, and we make a little check mark on those little carts, and then we know they're in the books. And then they go on the cart, and you wheel a cart over, and then you can put them up on the displays that we have. And that works out really well. And, so if we have, you know, a couple people doing that, it really works out well. And Wednesday afternoon, when we're not taking any more entries, it really works well too, because you don't have a lot of people milling back there.
We have some people that bring in like 30.
Yeah,
it's-
30 different things.
Yeah,
So you-
yeah.
You got that all around the room.
And then you have to code them all.
yeah.
Like,
So
And I try really, really hard to block off that back area so people can't go back there and mill around, but they do, and they get in the way and all that, you know, but anyway, but if we have somebody in that afternoon, get everything put up, so when those judges come in, then we have, and it would take probably 5 people, one to go with each judge,
And
and they
record
have,
their
and
decisions.
that judge is looking at that, those jars, and she's saying number, she can give off the vendor number, not vendor number,
Entrance number.
Every number.
and that little gal that's helping or Diane, whoever, is helping, they're on certain page in the book. The judge can say that vendor in what place it is. That person can write it in the book, because when I get ready to post those,
You can just look at it.
I gotta know what it is, because you don't know the frustration when I'm out here in a week and a half, 2 weeks, and I get ready to post that, and I don't have that in there. How I know? Because those people have taken that stuff home. I don't know. So you know what, they get in first place. I mean, like, you know, what do you do? But, so that would really help, and put the ribbon on, right then and there, we put ribbons, they're like not 2-story, but 2-shelf little roll around cart. Put the ribbons on the bottom, a few ribbons of each on the bottom, and they can hang that ribbon and it's done.
We were there like what,
Oh,
12 o'clock?
hours later than that.
Yeah, last year, putting ribbons and.
It was utter chaos there. So that's the skill exhibits and doing all that.
Now,
Let's see, so, there's on, and then Karen, like on Tuesday, after the boys get in the ag building, after the boys get all the stuff set up for the vendors, the tables set up, the chairs set up, she could use help
I'm just cleaning off the tables.
wiping the tables down and
A
getting
lot of
ready for the
tables,
vendors
and I
to come in.
make sure everything's in a line straight. It would help if I had just another pair of hands, just,
What time of day is that? Item right there.
I'm usually set up by Tuesday at noon. They've got me all put together.
Last year, they finished up Monday, didn't they? Didn't they, the boys finished?
Yeah, yeah, but I'm gonna say come in Tuesday at noon,
Mhm.
and, however long it takes us, it take a couple of hours, probably to go through and clean it and everything. And then on Wednesday, my vendors usually start coming in and setting up, so.
And then, that's so right down, and then Saturday, she could use somebody to come in and sit and just kind of be there in case somebody has, so she can get out of the building
And float.
and float. And that's to go around.
Well, like say
Looney.
last year I was at the livestock show, I was down at the other barns, I was up on the Midway, it just, so many places I gotta be. Well, Lord, you sat there a lot last year, but I figured this year you may need to float some too.
And it really helps
So-
even for board members to be out,
To be seen.
to be seen.
Do we have anything that we can, little clip-on bags, the little plastic slips, so we can have
So
something,
Mary Beth.
free fair,
So
committee
Mary,
member name?
well, no, it doesn't have badges, but Mary Beth with Osage Tourism will,
Make a
I'll
shirt.
talk to her about t-shirts. She, last year,
No, it was the year before last, when she made us all
she,
matching t-shirts.
t-shirts that said board member on the back or something.
Yeah.
you
Just
know.
something.
That way you can point out,
And then, yeah, a special color,
you know,
so
special
special
hair.
You may not wanna wear them at the birthday.
I always said that they just put a big old target on the back of it.
Get them.
But seriously,
Well,
I really
you're too
think
less
it's a
to
good,
make
I think
it.
it's a good idea because, I think it's a good idea for people to know.
And see us.
And
I
so
go
that's what
around.
we do, we go out and try to visit with people, and just
Yeah.
let people know that, we're out there.
And see what's going on, just
And
make
yeah,
sure
to make sure
everything's
everything's going on.
Real
all the rides are
aware.
going and.
Because trust me-
Remember that we supported for an office on their hat, can we wear that to the fair? It's one of those things you can't wear anything that has a political affiliation on it.
Do what is it now?
Yeah.
Can we wear our hat that was in support of any political office that we voted for in the last elections? Or is this one of those, we can't have any kind of political gear on the hat or on?
I don't, that's kind of a,
I've never seen it
without that.
Well,
I think it's
I was at a couple of things
Yeah.
where I had my who I was voting for hat on, you can't have that. I'm going,
But was it like to vote?
no,
But you're.
the vote's
he's a-
over,
he's
but
a
I'm
board
just
member,
asking
but
ahead.
he's also
You were
a
a
volunteer.
volunteer on the fair board.
I'm just asking ahead.
But still,
I'll ask.
Cause I don't wanna get out here and have that be my only hat and then I can't, you know,
yeah,
you can't wear that, cause then my old bald head will get burned and.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't want that.
That
no,
would be a great question also for the training on the nineteenth.
Do it on there.
Third question for the nineteenth,
yeah.
election. On Saturday, what was the times that you were talking about?
From,
The flow, so you guys can close.
from 9 o'clock until we close the building at 8.
And that's gonna be to help whoever needs it sit up at the front or.
Yeah, I usually have to sit up there at the front where I usually kind of try to stay most of the time, but, you know, I gotta get up and go answer questions.
So we're gonna talk to the vendors.
Yeah,
That's so important.
I make several trips around and talk to them, see how they're doing, how they're selling, and, you know, if they need anything, that's just,
Any concerns about how things are going?
yeah. And if they see someplace we could do something a little better, you know, I always ask, and,
It's really, I think it's really an important thing.
yeah, it's, you know, to be seen, to let them know we're here, so.
So, would you suggest 2 people?
Oh, I just, probably one for my building would be,
Just one for the active?
Unless they were bringing out a visit, you know.
yeah, to sit and visit with
But
them.
then you said Laura needs someone so she can go float.
Well, she's usually the
usually-
one that sits for me, you know, so she don't get to get out and be seen with us as much. But this way, if we have someone else, she can kind of get out, because she is the fair board.
I know you should
mind.
have
I know where-
posters of all of that strategically put around the place, you know, so that people can say, oh, that's Karen, I see.
I don't want a big picture.
I don't want a picture of myself on the wall.
If you want one.
We'll
We can
put
make you one.
We'll make you one if you'd like.
I can know,
I'll put it on the dark
not
wall.
all, but almost all
Something.
commissions meetings. And now, I do put Karen's phone number now on things.
Yeah,
For a long time, it's just mine because I'm easier to, I'm in town and I guarantee you, a lot of people who like recognize me, but they associate my name, my phone number with fair, and then I think it'd be a blessing in person,
oh, yeah.
you know, but yeah, you know.
I've been on the fair board longer than anybody. And I was congratulated, last year, when I went and
By district
two.
commissioner.
Okay.
Yeah, we're joining the
I was
board.
congratulated for joining the fair board, and I just said,
Been on it since before you were born, mister.
yeah, 20 years, wow, yeah.
She's been, well, I'm about 10, and I said, Steve, Lord, but anyway, so that would help, and, I have a lady that sits over at the women's building and helps me, because that's usually where I'm at, and, hopefully she'll be able to help me over there,
Can we go back to the ag building for Wednesday?
okay,
Okay, so what times for
Oh,
volunteers?
on Wednesday, I pretty well handle it on Wednesday, they're just setting up and everything, and, yeah, it's not real bad. Usually my grandson, he's up here helping.
Hey,
If
that's
someone
getting
needs
down.
a hand in
You're
here
forcing
and something,
them.
he'll go in, and I'm sure he probably will
You're
do
probably
it short,
right.
so,
That's fine on that.
yeah. But like I say, on Saturday, especially when it's so busy, Friday, you know, are you gonna get to take off some, or are you?
I'll take my vacation, take my vacation.
What is it? What is it?
Well, I, you know, like I say, I know you can't work and
Oh,
play
no.
fair board too,
No.
you're not.
I have to take vacation.
Yeah, so,
What's on my mind, have we gonna furnish water this year, or do we need to?
I'm sure
work
they
out?
will.
Okay, we make a separate note.
Okay. Yeah, and I'll mention that to Sarah.
Just let me know.
I'm
if I
sure
need
she
to-
will.
Okay.
Well, we do have a new regional manager, so she'll probably have to ask. But it shouldn't
I'll
be a
have to
problem.
ask.
No,
Oh. And so who did this person replace?
Kelly Brader.
Kelly, was she the tall gal?
Yep, she's over nursing homes and.
Is she the one that was kind of over the big gal?
Oh, no.
Well, if you need anything, letter or
Okay.
whatever, just let me know and I'll send Karen. Were you at, oh, let me interrupt real quick,
Okay.
so y'all did that. Did you need a nomination form or were you just asking?
She was asking, because Megan Godley had texted her.
Okay, I thought someone off and, but I'm gonna go get them downloaded to.
I told her in an email that she needed to come by here and pick up the form. Is that okay?
Do it now?
I told her, she'd need to come by here and pick up the form.
Gotcha.
Ours vendor update, I've been in contact with several of them coming back. Everything's a go with them. Waiting on a few callbacks, but it's looking good this year. Looks like I'm gonna build the building again, so. everything. Yeah, I lost one, we lost our freeze dried people. They're not coming back. My Tupperware lady went out of business, so I don't have her, but
She's a hometown girl too.
yeah, I know.
Oh, she
I
lives
hate
in
that.
Tulsa, but she's a
Yeah.
hometown girl.
Yeah, I hated that, but, I think I pretty well can get those covered and everything,
You're gonna
so.
be surprised, I think, when it all comes together,
Oh.
when you put all,
All of the
I
I
can
need
do
the contacts I had and you get what you've had,
yeah,
it's gonna be, you're gonna have more than you got room for.
probably four, so that's okay,
You
you know.
have 7 tables for that one group that asked for 7, 8
Well,
tables.
I'm gonna limit them because of other
For
people
variety.
wanting a table
Then they
too.
want 7 tables, yeah, gotta have the same
Well,
amount of
and
space.
they're kind
Yes, let's move on.
Can I ask you a question, just because, do these things that you've been posting with, let's welcome our new members,
Those automatically generate
but members of what?
of the group.
Just members of the site.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I thought, going on, are they board members, or are they fair committee? Okay, so they're just members of the site, okay,
Uh-huh.
sorry, that's a little off.
And as soon as she figures out how, she's gonna add y'all's name.
Oh, I can add them. The only thing I can't do is take it back to open.
yeah,
Public.
Yeah,
public, yeah, that's,
no public go.
yeah, like I say, everything's looking good on the vendors. I've talked to, I don't know how many I've talked to today. I haven't started with the ones that have free booths yet, but that's on the agenda for tomorrow. I've got a couple of new ones there wanting to come in, so.
A lady decided to call me from Wichita and find you. And I asked her, I said, how'd you find out about us? And she said, I Googled you. And I said, really? She said, yeah, and she said, and it, we popped up, you know, and she said, I Googled it. And she said, and I just kept reading through there, and she said, and your name and phone number linked to there somewhere, and I said, well, good. I was just curious, but, from Houston,
Not that we know.
sorry about that.
Yeah.
Mine
Houston,
said 15 minutes, Wenatchee, Washington.
I mean, we have some pretty far away, Tulsa, you know, but
Was no.
several
I've got it.
Wichita, but, I mean, people, I mean, you know, that really reached out, but. so-
Now, I did have a cotton candy lady coming this year.
Is that the one that I had one that had some really interesting stuff. And
No, she just
Ice
does-
cream and cotton candy.
No, she just strictly cotton candy.
It had a bar?
Huh?
One that, no,
Now, I tried to get her last year,
okay.
and she couldn't come, but she's coming this year. And she just strictly cotton candy, just all kinds of flavors of it.
The Wichita gal is one that has you make them yourself. Hers was, shaved ice.
Yeah, shaved ice, yeah.
And you make your own.
I haven't heard back from the,
I was like, I said, you know,
I haven't heard back from the Snowy Bus, but I'm pretty sure she will come. If not, I've got another snow cone trailer in mine.
Okay, well, that base, I don't know how in the world that you let like 500 kids come in there and make their own stuff. I don't know.
A mess. Okay.
And she said they even offer like two groups where like we do with the carnival. Where if we wanted to do something like a special and pay, like fee and then let the kids just come through. And I said, well, that's a great idea, and send the information and, you know, just in case, but I said, we're pretty fortunate because our E911 does snow cuts for the kids, so we don't have to worry about that right now.
Katie told me today that they have sugar-free flavors this year because they had some kids that couldn't have them because of the sugar. She said, we got 2 flavors this year, sugar-free. That's good. So,
Okay, sorry.
okay, Osage County Tourism, listed with her.
So I talked to Mary Beth the other day, and, they are going to do, last year, they, did radio for us and paid for it. Bartlesville, Honda, Stillwater, I mean,
Yeah, Stillwater.
They,
Yeah,
sure. Hey, stop. You're just really good. T-shirts,
Our fans.
fans, which we have some fans left over, some paper fans on the little handles. Koozies that we didn't get. And she's gonna check, see if we can get those. And they're just handouts, and they have mainly, they're not so much our stuff, but they don't cost us anything, and they're just handouts.
Now the shirts, we do sell the shirts.
We can sell the shirts, this year, but we can't sell them, you know, next year. So what, $10 a piece or something, and
Yeah, I think that's
was that what it was?
Yeah, wasn't it more $10 on the shirt?
And that can go into our little cash account money. And then we don't, you know, we get to keep that to go toward our sign plate. And she was gonna do some checking to see what else she could come up with. Some of that was pretty good. What really helps is like, is the radio,
Mhm.
because for 2 or 3 years, we paid, and we just did Bartlesville radio, and we paid for that, and it really helped when she picked up over toward Conflict, because usually our fair is the same time as K counties. But we pull a lot of people from over there, because our rides are free.
A lot of people came and shipped them.
A lot of people from Ponca, we have people from Enid, Blackwell,
Which, that's where their fair is at.
Owasso, you know, Julie, you know, just all around, which, you know, people come up and I try to visit with a lot of people. And
When we were on her digital advertising, we were on her digital advertising and, they're on TV and had, you know, it goes across them on the screen. So she gets us out there.
I think she had it on Channel 6 too, even, you know, they announced it at the weather. Travis Meyer, you know, will do a little thing of what's going on in the counties and around. And it's Osage County.
Did she tell you what all she does, so you don't, it doesn't get done twice? Did she tell you what all she does? Or,
Yeah, well, she will. Like I said, what do you mean, I mean,
because, does she typically put it on the news, or, because I know how to do that as well, so is that something she, because I'm not gonna do it, she's gonna do it.
so I do a little, like a little press release, like a, you know, and I just email out to like the, local newspapers, do a little press release like that, she doesn't do that.
They have a place on their website, so you can go ask them to put it on there or mention it during the week. If you give it to them all the details, you send them a picture, the location, all of that, and you just submit it. And so, but if she's gonna do that, then that's unfortunate. I don't wanna do it, so she usually tells you what she's just, so it doesn't happen twice.
Well, that's something we can ask.
No,
Yeah.
that is,
Yeah, I mean, she'll give me a more detailed, you know, I just don't look, it was like last year, I said, I did a little press release to send her out. And that little thing you read, that was something that I had done. Julie, hey, so that was something that I put together and sent out, Tim Clark, actually, along with it. She shares it to a lot of personal things, and social media and all that. But I check with her to see what she, that, you know, she does, I just know she has she reaches, has a lot of outreach and stuff. Okay.
And the last one.
Swing along here.
Oh, we've got a string music quartet or something like that from Bartlesville wanting to come over, they're free. And maybe set up on Friday and Saturday and just play music in the ad buildings. They're gonna wanna come over and go and look at our stage because they didn't want nothing, you know, really
Real high.
high to have to climb up on, so.
Do we have room for them without kicking vendors out?
Oh, yeah, we've got a stage, yeah.
If we put them up, if we don't put vendors up on the stage area, and we put them up on there, and they're acoustic, they don't, I don't know, they play at the Washington County Fair. I've heard of them in the past, I've gone there a few times, and they change out the music venue, so, and they're like 2 hours, so you might hear.
And it's just acoustic, so it's not like,
Not
It's
speakers,
not real loud or anything.
Yeah, and, yeah, they're, yeah, and they're all, I mean, they, you know,
they're talented,
do what?
they're talented.
They are, and they just do this to kind of just keep,
Well, do we need a motion to say let's have it invite them?
yeah, because they're just waiting for me to call them and they want to come over
If
and
we
just look,
invite
and, are you gonna do that?
Move, we invite them.
Okay.
Second.
Motion. Everyone say yes.
Aye.
You can call and be on, you're gonna think of that. And, yeah, she talked to me, she said, and for free, we don't charge.
That's even better.
That's even better, yes. Anything else anybody would like to say before we adjourn?
Question about signs. I know this is gonna be our third year coming, but, learning through all of this, I didn't know until recently that we had a petting zoo, we didn't know. I did not know to go find that stuff, and so I just knew about the ag building. Last year I found out about the women's stuff, the exhibits, but my first year I didn't know that we went in there. And I didn't know, last couple of years, but I said, anything else has to do with animals. I thought this was just carnival. So do we have, or in the
We have
past, where
signs put
I
up.
have never seen anything to tell people where to
So
go.
on the front of the on front of the women's building, we have, signs that we put up, so like 4-H, or we put them on that the little wooden thing, or we stick them in the ground, it says 4-H exhibits, still
And then make
exhibits.
cards, we have like cards that have like,
Little map card.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Follow this map to get.
well, I don't know that it has a map, but it tells what time each
What-
event is
What
open.
else going on, we ended them out last year, just a little.
They're a smaller version of the
I've seen
posters.
it, I've seen it because you can, gave
Right,
it
oh,
last year,
yeah.
but I mean, I didn't see them last year when I was here. You know, so I know-
Little cards.
Yeah, and I didn't see any of them, and we, like, if I would, my daughter would have really loved them, I just didn't know.
They were, the petting zoo is up there by the Midway. So-
And then we had on the ag building, we had a big vendor sign on
Vendor
this
sign.
end, and then we had it on,
the other.
actually on the building.
I don't know, if we got the vendor sign hung up last year, I know we did the year before.
We did, and then we had it on the other end as well.
Entry points into the whole fair out there. It just connect, come from everywhere around, or is there like one entry? When it's free, so nobody's taking money. So where do everyone come from?
Where do they come, everybody come in, you
Once
mean?
once they park,
Oh, they can
how
come
do they
in
get,
like 3 different directions.
right,
And it's really difficult because we lock and we do it because we don't want, once the vendors come in, we don't want vehicles coming in the gate over there where the kids are and the rides are. Because we don't want a kid getting run over. So we lock that gate. And it would be wonderful if we had people that we could get out there to man those and have an entry gate, one or two, but that's the only place they went in and went out. It would be wonderful if we could get a count of people as they come
But
in
there's a lot of people park
on the other
they're on
side.
And
grandstand
that's
side.
kind of what
Can
I'm
they
saying.
come in there?
So would it be worth our time and our money to get some 4 foot by 4 foot, not super professionally made, but from a aerial view of this, and there's gotta be that somewhere, you know, that we could print out a 4 by 4 of the complex, and, you know, this is this, and this is this, and this is this, and have it at the main entry so people can say, petting zoo, come on, you know, or whatever that they want to go see. Would it be worth our time and effort to do something like that?
Could very well be, I mean.
I just,
Up the game a little bit.
I just, that's the thing, like, if I lived known about it the last couple of years, I would have been there myself, who would come back, I just thought it was some of the vendors and the ride, like, that was really it, so.
But we did have signs up around pointing to different,
And like we did, we had one for the livestock show, although I will admit, one for the livestock show, the way it's put up, it's hard to see.
it's hard to see it.
And we need,
I mean, if we did, you know, have a 4 foot one, you know, but it needs to be in the ground where people can
Well, we
see
can
it.
just put it on T-stand, you know, just 2 by 4 with vertical, 2 by 4 with vertical, so they're not falling over, you know. We
That's
don't have to
it.
have it planted.
It's gotta be something heavy because the wind,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
And so the E911.
And then a half-sheet slide, this sign laminated or something, so it's not gonna get ruined, you can use it next year.
So you can actually do them.
Yeah.
I can make the stands.
So they have that.
do you know, Doug, what our biggest problem is?
No,
Right here. That's been your fair board for the last 4 years.
and all I'm making is an idea.
No, and I'm saying,
Would
we're,
it?
Pressure to have
Right.
it's great to have more people, and we're all for it, but there's so much to do. And so you look at what you've gotta get done, and there's just so much we can do.
I understand, that's why I
And
said
my
I can
family
make the
always look at
stands.
me, you know, when
You
the
know,
fair's
can
coming.
somebody help figure out, someone who knows the county people, Christina and others,
Yeah,
that can say, where can we get an aerial view of the fair complex, blown up to 4 by 4 and get it laminated, get it covered, so it's not gonna get ruined.
yeah.
I can make 3 stands, 4 stands, doesn't make any difference, okay? And, you know,
When I asked the sheriff's office
then we
last
have them
year,
and we
they
can,
did.
we can tape them or something up on there, but then we get, you know, someone who knows what the buildings are and what the events are, put sticky labels or a dynamo or whatever, you know, so you can look at it, you are here. Oh, I need to go there, I need to go there, you know, so that they know, you know, we can place them wherever you want, a little you are here sign, so when they come in, oh, okay, I know where I'm at, now I see where I gotta go, right? Or
I think it's a great idea, don't get me wrong. We've got, also, we have little, I don't know, those 2 by 4, remember the little signs we had, that we had 2 for each town, you know,
Yeah.
2 for Fairfax, 2 for here, 2,
Yeah,
and
but they have the wrong dates on them.
well, they're fixable, we can just say third week in September, you just
Yeah.
cover up the second
Yeah,
week with the third.
cause that was,
And we put up T-posts, and so we had 2 for each town.
yeah,
But it got to where, you know, getting them put up, that's just like our posters, getting them out, you know, it gets to be kind of a, you know.
I mean, it was, you know, I put.
So, but
posters up.
anything like that, I mean, it's a good idea, we need signage at the road. People that don't know where the fairgrounds is, we spend more time, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Get them out of the RV park down there and get them over here, Yeah.
telling, you know,
They,
my
they don't,
neighbors
yeah,
don't
well, we
give
said we
me.
have like coming from Honka, well,
Yeah.
they don't know where their house is.
Yeah.
And they, you know, sure, everybody's got a phone, you'd think they could put a different phone behind it, but, you know, but we need signage, you know, to get out here, you know, some, you know, along the way. We have two, the big signs that will go over Main
Downtown.
Street downtown, but they, when the Osage built the new medical complex
Yeah.
downtown, they took out one of the street lights, so we can't put it on this end. We probably be on the other end, but we had those, when we got up here, the city put those up for us every year, so, you know, we had.
But you'd be surprised the people right here in town that don't.
I don't know where the fair is.
They
Well,
don't
they
even know there's
know.
a fair.
Right.
You know, they didn't know.
Because I went in
and,
businesses down there with the poster to put up and.
There's a fair.
There's fair here, we didn't know it. You know, you've lived here how long?
Right, I was
You
born
know,
here and look,
Yeah, this has been going on and.
But I think anything like,
113
yeah, absolutely, you
years.
know, anything to, you know, get the,
just asking, is that something that if I keep my receipt for the lumber and stuff, I can get reimbursed, or is that for me donating? I'm just asking
we
for
check
a
with
friend.
Ashley on donations. I think you should.
I'm excited about the training coming up, so we're gonna get.
I don't know why.
No, as a state employee, I can't ask for anything to be donated.
I'm sorry?
I said, as a state employee, we are not supposed to ask anyone for donations.
We're allowed to ask for donations as long as we have everything, set.
He talked about being reimbursed.
Yeah.
If I can't find a lumberyard that'll give it to me and I have to buy it, do I get reimbursed, or is that, am I getting it?
That's what I'm saying. I don't see a problem with it, but we've never been reimbursed.
Reimbursed.
But that's why I said I'm gonna talk to Ashley because I don't know.
I'm just asking it,
Yeah.
and it's, you know.
Yeah, we wanna know where you're at.
Because I think we have an account. I think District One has an account. If Fair doesn't, Fair Board doesn't, District One has an account for instance.
We're one of the only boards that's allowed to have our own checking. So,
Do whatever.
we're one of the only board that's allowed to have our own checking.
The fair board's the only one that can have it.
We can't, that's premium and awards only.
This has to be for things that we're paid for outside. So like money coming in and out, you know, like you were saying, they do the shirts and stuff like that, some of that money, that's allowed to go. If we bring money in, for people coming here for certain things, that money is allowed to go into our account. That's what we were taught at the OSU, that 1 hour training that they did, that we're allowed to have an account for certain things. There's a lot more, I'm very excited about the training coming, but yeah, we're allowed to have to go outside of the account.
Really?
For that money, we're allowed to have a checking account for that what we call that cash account.
Like the money that you have coming in for like the t-shirts, my understanding. Yeah, so like they had several hundred people in there, and a lot of other counties were all talking about it, and so they're talking about how the certain counties, they have their whole other checking account outside. So if they're gonna bring any money in, so bidders are having to pay or anything like that, that money can go there. You know, so that's how some of the counties, when they don't get all of their money from their appropriation, they have things they're gonna use, they can use it for. So yeah, that's.
Like last minute things
Yes.
that we find out we need that.
But they recommend anything you use with that, of course, after, in September, after we have our first meeting, we bring everything, to talk about the funds, money that came in, all of that. Then that next month, say December, you submit everything to the clerk and the commissioners for review. So everything's out.
The extra money that was spent.
Yeah. So you're just very transparent about all of it, but yeah, so we do or don't have an account outside the account. We do.
We don't, the only checking account we
It's
have.
never standing out.
Yeah, no, we're allowed to have a checking account.
We are, just something that
Yes, we are allowed to have a checking account, and we're the only board that's allowed to do that. And I'm certain about that, I was like, that's crazy, but anyways, yes, we're allowed to have a checking account. But like I said, the training's coming in, they're gonna have all the statute and talk about all of the stuff, on the 19th, so if you go on site.
I'm coming.
See, that's what's curious to me is why it almost seems like Osage County picks and chooses what the fair board has control of.
I don't think, I personally don't think that's the case, I think not knowing is the thing. So that's exactly what it is not knowing. A lot of people were shocked about it. Now, our county is so large, our situation is a little different, like District 2, we're 45, 50 minutes away from, I live an hour away from my husband, and I still live in the county, of course, but I think that's what it is. I think it's not knowing. I mean, you didn't know, you've been on the board for how long, right?
Yeah,
And that's where, so that's it, yeah, I don't think it's anything nefarious, I think it's not black.
Well, no, Kelly told me that there was, you know, when she was on the board for that checking account, she said, but when I asked about it, I was told, no, but,
By whom? Probably not any of the commissioners in here since the time frame. So I really do believe it's not knowing, and that's why I do believe that all of them will be here for that meeting as well. So,
I didn't want to, just because they wouldn't, know. I mean,
Yeah.
and I'm not trying to be silly, I'm just saying that
I
they
think
didn't
it's
know.
not knowing.
Just once we spend
Well,
money out
I
of
think I
that
talked
cash,
to the county clerk.
just once we spend money out of that cash account, then we don't get it back.
Well, that's why the separate checking is there, is that they don't touch that. That's,
I thought you were saying that if we don't, when we haven't received our appropriations yet, this money can be used in lieu of that money till it comes through.
that money, so you can use that money, yes, and then put it back. So I'm not sure how this part works, but I know that that's what the checking account is, that you can use that to put money in and then use that if you need to. So I'm not sure how it all works, but
But
I do know you can use it.
There's just
Yeah.
a functional difference between the cash account and the checking account. The checking account may draw money out of the cash account, but that's where you have your log, your transparency, say we had to take this out, so now we're putting it back, we have to take this out and we're putting it back. You know, so.
What I do know is you can't roll money, transfer, she said, roll, you can't transfer money out of like your premiums and accounts.
Right.
Or your M&O, you can't transfer.
No, you
any
can
of that.
transfer, but if the checking account is tied to the cash account and you need $100, you write a check and you just purchase spot, and then you say, okay, we had to put that back in there now, but we had to have money. You don't just take money out of the cash account, you use the checking account.
But they can clear that up for sure, but I do know that we are allowed to.
That's what Kelly said, and I said I had asked her to talk to, I don't know, I talked to a couple of, was it Ford House and.
Are we still bringing up random things?
I'm sorry?
Are we still just bringing up random things that we
Well-
want to talk about since I missed the last meeting?
Okay.
Okay. Are we still doing the smoke off?
No.
Okay. How about like food vendors inside the building? Are those staying with the same
Yes.
Scouts?
Joey,
The scouts.
Doing both of them?
they're gonna be in there, but you're gonna have to, I'm gonna talk to him about all those kids being back there because he had too many kids. And it's, we're talking about the scouts and, he had too many kids back there.
Yeah.
And so I'll talk to him.
Oh,
sit down- I'll sit down
didn't bother
and
me,
talk to
it was
him.
just, yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna make sure, I'm sure they'll wanna come back, they made some money, and that's a good thing, but there was just too many kids in there, it was just enough utter chaos, and we just can't have that, and, you know,
I'm sure that's a liability issue.
absolutely. I couldn't even like that Coke, it was in the refrigerator, and I think they were drinking it, so.
Anything else?
We're stuck out here, I'm just concerned about food, you know, that's the quality food to eat.
Oh, well, I do know the Mexican truck from here in town, they're coming back.
Okay.
I think Noel Concessions, they got a hold of me here a couple of weeks ago. they're coming back. I don't have Kate taters anymore,
I know.
she's sold out, so. I've got another, that J&J Concessions. They're wanting to come and set up here, so since I lost Tate's taters. I mean, he set up down there last year.
I would like that Blackwell group, are they coming back?
Yeah,
Okay, good.
Yeah.
That was really good.
so, yeah, I'm pretty well fixed up on food trucks, I think, at the moment, so. There's still one or two that hadn't reached back lately, but back earlier, they said they wanted to come up, so I'll be trying to get hold of them. and
So
see
we
what-
have a 1 or 2 night concert.
We have nobody scheduled.
Okay.
Thomas couldn't come. We want to find someone, but Thomas Martinez,
I just thought,
Is it all free or do you pay them?
we paid.
How much do you pay?
it depends on who it is and what they offer and what they.
We paid him 1,500, seventeen last year.
What kind of music are you, it's just country, typically or pay?
He's country.
So
We would take bluegrass. If it was good. Wouldn't we?
Well, is there any bad bluegrass?
Well, I mean,
I love bluegrass.
don't you guys have like different bluegrass down y'all's way?
Yeah.
So, don't y'all know anybody? It's
We have a group that's coming next month or to, that's gonna be part of the swing festival that's coming up in November. But they're gonna be here doing a thing, with the fairgrounds on the 23rd of next month. If it wants to done, see if
That's,
they're-
that 23rd is like the day after we meet.
No, she said next month, August.
August.
Oh,
And
We're not in August
Oh,
yet,
it's
Dave.
so close, so fast.
So it's.
We're almost August, but not.
But I can-
When is our next
they
meeting?
travel around, all around all these.
Well, I mean, Thomas is a little bit, we all know, I mean, he's a local guy and he just, he does a good job, you know.
He just entertains the crowd, just, you know.
And he has a huge following too, so
Yeah.
people come from all over.
Yeah, we
to see
had
him.
people come up from Tulsa and Catoosa down in there just to listen to him, you know.
Is that Friday and Saturday?
Yeah,
Usually.
we usually have him on, we had it
Saturday
Saturday night.
We had him on a Friday, we already had something on Saturday, then we moved him to Saturday.
Because
And
he's
it's a
big
free
guy.
concert, the way we're set up, we can't charge because it's open.
Free bear. How you gonna charge for the concert?
Right,
Yeah, there's
yeah.
no way to separate him from the carnival, so it has to be free.
Is that
So-
17, for both days?
Pardon?
Is that 17 for?
So, the gym we talked earlier, real quick, we was talking earlier about phoning people in. It would be wonderful to figure out a way to get a count on even a close count. Not because I get questioned all the time about how many.
Yeah, like
You know.
food trucks, like, how many people do you expect?
That's
Unless we get someone who's gonna kind of man each of the three major entries
That would be a
Little
good thing for
with
the Girl Scouts
liquor,
to do.
you
Yeah.
know. Other than that, it's gonna be real difficult, 'cause I mean, when I was here, there were people walking in over here, people
Oh,
coming
no,
around
they
this
go,
way. You know, they're just,
everywhere.
they park anywhere they can park and they enter anywhere they can enter, which is fine, that's okay, but then how do you,
You
know,
can't-
so you're not gonna get those, you know.
We're not, we can't.
Well, that's what I told the newspaper, you know, guy, when I talked, even we visited, and I said, how in the world, you tell me, and I'll do my best, but it's impossible, we don't sell tickets, we don't.
You know, honestly, your Boy Scout connection, whoever just said that, that would be a real good thing, and ask some of the ones that are working on their either Eagle or Star, and say, hey, we've got a thing we need you to do, and see if we can get them to come out, we'll provide the little clicker, we can buy those.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and then they can man each, you know, each position with two or
But do
three
you do
people.
that all day long?
Well, it's,
Because,
as long as people are coming in.
you know,
So what, do you do it all day Friday, all day Saturday?
Thursday, Friday, and
Well-
Saturday, that's, you know,
I mean,
Yeah.
you'd have to decide
Thursday
what
and
day you're
Fridays
willing
are
to come
school
to,
days.
you know?
we have all the school day, kids on Thursday and Fridays. And then you have a whole nother crowd Thursday night, Friday night.
Hey, I'm just saying,
It's-
you guys wanna count, you're gonna have to man it.
Oh, I know, it'd be nice to get a count, but I don't know how you would do it correctly, because so many
Send me
people come and
send
go.
me the Scoutmaster's details, I'll call. I'm an old scout, I can speak scout to everybody.
Send Joey Stubbs. Good.
The next meeting, we need to have another one here before long, because we're getting really close to the fair.
They'll probably just kind of be what, kind of go over stuff.
Yeah, we'll just kind of go
where
over
we're at.
and see where we're at, and if we need anything else. Is Monday nights good for everybody, or?
Anything but Wednesday.
Say the, what about August 11th?
When's that meeting?
The 19th.
The 19th,
August 11th. Okay, that's Monday.
yeah,
And that's here too. I mean,
And it's right.
it's 6:30, isn't it?
The 11th is 2 weeks from today.
yeah, that'll be 2 weeks from today. Or do we wanna wait and do it, well,
The 18th,
oh, that's getting,
I think we're real close up on it.
yeah.
I think the 11th. And we've got some time to play unless we're gone.
Dee, what's your opinion there? The 11th to kind of finalize and, which I should know a whole lot on my vendors for sure, and if I'm needing more or needing less.
Well, I mean, meeting's not gonna make any difference on you.
No, no, just, coming up with more of them or something.
I mean, we kind of get down to work, is there more of a work meeting as far as,
Someone tell me what day they want to do it, and we'll,
The 11th is great.
11th is good.
okay, August 11th will be our next meeting, and do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Motion to
Everybody else? Yay?
5 o'clock meeting.
5 o'clock on August 11th.